They look at him like they want to kill him. This seems a little harsh, given he's already lying on a hospital gurney being fed into an ambulance, IV trailing from one arm. Nick doesn't look like the kind of guy who intentionally screws up anyone's holiday. If the Wikipedia entry for Surfy had a baby with a member of BTS, that would be Nick. All dark hair, slow smiles, and cheekbones. Sure, he's kind of old, but he doesn't yet resemble an op-shop handbag the way my second best friend Libby's once-hot older brother does. You can tell just by looking at him that his phone screen is cracked. "Sorry," Nick says, his perpetual grin finally fading into something closer to sheepishness. "I really thought I could catch it." Nick's girlfriend, Auntie Vinka, who is definitely not delusional enough to believe she could catch a brown snake using only a pair of kitchen tongs, smiles up at the nearest paramedic. Auntie Vinka smiles up at everyone. She's 5'0" and says my dad sucked up the entire height allocation in their family. "Can I ride with you guys to the hospital?" The paramedic grunts, which I guess Auntie Vinka can decode, because she climbs in, inadvertently, at least I hope so, flashing the family as she picks up the hem of her skirt, the silver trinkets on her anklet jangling together like we're all about to enter a flashback in a bad TV show. "I'll call you when we get there," she says, and the ambulance doors close before anyone can remind her that she can call all she wants, but we won't be picking up. There's no phone reception here at the farm. There's no internet either, in case you're wondering how personally stoked I am to be here. I guess it's not his fault. Auntie Beck, I should call her now, for reasons I'll get to in a sec, says to Dad, as the ambulance tires spray gravel towards us. This is overly generous because it really, truly is Nick's fault. Not the murder, which hasn't happened yet, but getting bitten by the snake. Turns out snake handling isn't actually just a matter of confidence. Of course it's his bloody fault. Dad always says what I'm thinking and can't say. Mum thinks he says what nobody should say, which might be why they're divorced. He was trying to help. Help who? The snake? Mission accomplished. Do you reckon he was trying to impress us? Auntie Beck says. What? Why? Meeting the family, you know. He was probably nervous and wanted to make a good impression. I told him to put down the tongs, Dad says. Personally, I'm not sure Nick heard Dad over Shippy whooping with encouragement and Auntie Vinka shouting at him not to hurt the snake. Let's go inside, Auntie Beck says, sounding tired. It's Auntie Beck, not Auntie Vinka, who you'd expect to have the hot, younger boyfriend. Auntie Vinka is probably quite pretty, but most of the time she looks like she's recently escaped from a hippie commune, and not the kind with running water and yoga classes, but more of a make-your-own compost deal. Auntie Beck is Veronica from Riverdale grown up, all swishy bob and no visible pores. That's what makes it all the weirder that she's voluntarily tied herself to Shippy. I thought he had it, Shippy says, scratching at his floppy blonde curls like someone whispered the word nets in his ear, just before it bit him. Another entrant for the Darwin Awards. Dad puts his arm around me as we all head back into the farmhouse we were supposed to be leaving. Do you think Vinka finds all these guys outside the lobotomy clinic? Or is it just a coincidence? Nick's a sweet guy, Andy. Don't be a shit. Auntie Beck, says. Then, remembering my presence, she adds, Sorry, Ruth. She looks around for her son, Dylan, but he's probably in his room. Dylan's usually in his room. We troop inside the farmhouse. It used to be a holiday home before Granddad and his second wife, Gigi, moved in permanently. It's still got that holiday home feel. Mismatched furniture, hand-me-down appliances, and the smallest TV you've ever seen in your life. Even when the whole place is clean, which it is right now because we were supposed to be driving back to Perth, it still looks grubby. There are stains on the wall that won't come off, and the couches are more patched than original material.